So let's get straight to Trey Yingst live in Tel Aviv with the latest. Trey.
Yeah, Will, good afternoon. The Iranians continue to launch ballistic missiles into Israel, but their salvos are getting much smaller. Just last hour, air raid sirens were sounding across the northern city of Haifa, earlier in the day in the Negev desert in the south, and here in central Israel this morning. While Iran is far weaker, according to the Israeli intelligence assessment, they still have the capability to launch these ballistic missiles. But the big question today, Will, is whether or not the United States is going to get involved in the fight. The IDF tells Fox News they have destroyed around 40% of Iran's ballistic missiles, but still, Israeli officials want to go after the country's nuclear program. And as we look forward here, there are a variety of targets, not only in the capital of Tehran, but also other places across the country that the Israelis would like to hit. We spoke over the weekend with a senior Israeli intelligence official who said this could be over in a matter of days. They want to target not only the IRGC, but also a variety of airfields in Iran. Earlier today, I spoke with an Israeli pilot who described flying over the skies of Iran, watching as Iranian pilots were taking off, headed toward the center of the country. But tonight, the Israelis not only claim air superiority over Tehran, but they are expanding their operations, looking to put new pressure on the Iranian regime. Will?
Trey, does that prediction that you have heard, that this all could be over in a number of days, is it your understanding that that prediction relies on American involvement offensively against Iran?
The Israelis have a lot of capabilities, and they've been preparing for months for this operation. But the United States has the ability to strike deeper at Iran's nuclear program. We know that Isfahan and Natanz, these two key nuclear facilities, have been hammered by Israeli airstrikes. But the Fordow nuclear facility has a lot of infrastructure that is deep underground. And we talk about the U.S. bunker buster bombs, and those are likely the weapons that would be used if President Trump and Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth authorize American strikes against Iran. We've seen over the past 48 hours a lot of U.S. assets headed this direction in preparation for such a strike. We've been talking with regional sources to try to get an understanding about what that American involvement would look like. But look, the Israelis are not only using their offensive capabilities with airstrikes targeting the Iranian regime, they're also trying to support any sort of intelligence capabilities. We saw, as you noted at the top there, this intelligence operation using an Israel-linked hacker group to go after a key bank belonging to the IRGC. This is looking to put pressure on the regime so that the population that you currently see fleeing the Iranian capital of Tehran would ultimately turn on their leaders, on the Ayatollah, on the president of Iran. So far, the Israelis have stopped short of striking politicians. They've stopped short of striking Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah. But we do know President Trump earlier today said they know where he is and have the capability to hit him, but they haven't decided to do so yet. Will?
All right. Thank you for that, Trey Yingst.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.